Alright guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Ezekiel 31 to 36, Proverbs 16, and Psalm 51. Let's get started. In the 11th year, in the 3rd month, on the 1st day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, say to Pharaoh king of Egypt and to his multitude, whom are you like in your greatness? Behold, Assyria was a cedar in Lebanon, with beautiful branches and forest shade, and of towering height, its top among the clouds. The waters nourished it, the deep made it great tall, making its rivers flow around the place of its planting, sending forth its streams to all the trees of the field. So it towered high above all the trees of the field. Its boughs grew large, and its branches long, from abundant water in its shoots. All the birds in the heavens made their nests in its boughs, and its branches all the beasts of the field gave birth to their young, and under its shadow lived all great nations. It was beautiful in its greatness, in the length of its branches, for its roots went down to abundant waters. The cedar in the garden of God could not rival, nor the fir trees equal its boughs, neither were the plane trees like its branches. No tree in the garden of God was its equal in beauty. I made it beautiful in the mass of its branches, and all the trees of Eden envied it. Now when the garden of God, therefore thus says the Lord God, because it towered high and set its top among the clouds, and its heart was proud of its height, I will give it into a hand of the mighty one of the nations. He shall surely deal with it as its wickedness deserves. I have cast it out, foreigners, the most ruthless of nations have cut it down and left it. On the mountains and in all the valleys, its branches have fallen, and its boughs have been broken in all the ravines of the earth. And all the people of the earth have gone away from its shadow and left it. On its fallen trunks are all the birds of the heavens, and on its branches are all the beasts of the field. All this is in order that no trees by the waters may grow to the towering height, or to set their tops among the clouds, and that no trees may drink water, and may reach up to them in height, for they are all given over to death, and to the world below, among the children of men, with those who go down to the pit. Thus says the Lord God, on the day the cedar went down to shore, I caused burning, I closed the deep over it, and I restrained its rivers, and many waters were stopped. I clothed the banner in gloom for it, and all the trees of the field fainted because of it. I made the nations quake at the sound of its fall, when I cast it down to shore with those who go down to the pit. And all the trees of Eden, the choice and best of Lebanon, all that drank water, were comforted in the world below. They ate also who went into Sheol with it, for those who were slain by the sword, yes, those who went out, who lived under its shadow among the nations. Whom are you fast like in glory and in greatness among the trees of Eden? You shall be brought down with the trees of Eden into the world below. You shall lie among the uncircumcised, with those who are slain by the sword. This is Pharaoh with all his multitude, declares the Lord God. In the 12th year, in the 12th month, on the 1st day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, raise a lamentation of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and say to him, you consider yourself a lion of the nations, but you are like a dragon in the seas. You bear forth in their rivers, trouble the water with your feet, and foul their rivers. Thus says the Lord God, I will throw my net over you, the host of many people, and I will haul you up in my dragon. And I'll cast you on the open field, I'll fling you, and will cause all the birds of the heavens to sail on you. And I'll gorge the beasts of the whole earth with you. I'll strew your flesh upon the mountains, and fill the valleys with your carcass. I'll drown the land, even to the mountains, with your flowing blood, and the ravines will be full of you. When I blot you out, I'll cover the heavens, and make the stars dark. I'll cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give its light. All the bright lights of heaven I'll make dark over you, and put darkness in your land, declares the Lord. I'll trouble the hearts of many peoples, when I bring your destruction among the nations, into the countries that you will not know. I'll make many peoples abhorred at you, and their kings shall bristle with horror because of you. When I brandish my sword before them, they shall tremble every one for them on the day of your downfall. With thus says the Lord God, the sword of the king of Babylon shall come upon you. I'll cause your multitude to fall by the swords of mighty ones, all of them the most ruthless of nations. You shall bring to run the pride of Egypt, and all its multitude shall perish. I will destroy all its beasts, and from beside many waters, and no foot of man shall trouble them any more. Nor shall the horse of beasts trouble them, and I'll make their waters clear, and cause their rivers to run like oil. So declares the Lord God, when I make the land of Egypt desolate, and the land is desolate of all that fills it. And when I strike down all who dwell on it, then they will know that I am the Lord. This is the lamentation that shall be chanted. The daughters of the nation shall chant it over Egypt, and over all her multitude shall they chant it. And declares the Lord God, in the 12th year, in the 12th month, on the 15th day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me, son of man, wail over the multitude of Egypt, and send them down, hand the daughters of a majestic nation, to the wall below, to those who have gone down to the pit. And whom do you surpass in beauty? Go down and be laid to rest, and be laid to rest with the uncircumcised. They shall fall amid those who are slain by the sword. Egypt is delivered to the sword. Drag her away, and all her multitude. And the multitude shall speak with their helpers out of the midst they shall. Here come down, they lie still, and uncircumcised, slain by the sword. And Assyria is dead, and all the company. Its graves are all around it, and all them slain, fallen by the sword. His grace was set in the uttermost part of the pit, and the company is all around her grave. All this slain, full and bad sorrow. He spread terror in the land of the living. No one is there, and all the multitude around her grave. All of them slain, full and bad sorrow. He went down uncircumcised into a world below, and he spread their terror in the land of the living. And they bear their shame as those who go down to the pit. They have made her a bed among the slain of the Almighty. Her graves all around, all of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword. The terror of them was spread in the land of the living. And they bear their shame as those who go down to the pit. They are placed among the slain. And Meshach Tubal was there, and all the multitude. Their graves all around, all of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword. But they spread the terror in the land of the living. And they did not lie with the mighty, the form from among the uncircumcised. Who went out to show with their weapons of war, whose swords were laid under their heads, and whose iniquities are upon their back. The terror of the mighty men was in the land of the living. And as for you shall be broken and lie among the uncircumcised, and those who are slain by the sword. Enemies there, her kings and all princes, who were all their night away with those who are killed by the sword. And they lie with the uncircumcised, with those who go down to the pit, the princes of the north of their altars, and Sidonians who fall down in shame with the slain, for all the terror that they caused by their might. The lie uncircumcised with those who were slain by the sword, and bear their shame with those who go down to the pit. And Pharaoh sees them, he will be comforted for all his multitude. Pharaoh and all his army slain by the sword, declares the Lord God. And all I spread terror in the land of the living, and he shall be laid to rest among the uncircumcised. With those who are slain by the sword, Pharaoh and all his multitude, declares the Lord God. And the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, speak to your people and say to them, if I bring sword upon a man, and the people of the land take a man from among them, and make him their watcher, and if he sees the sword coming upon them, and blows the trumpet and warns the people, and if anyone who hears the sound of the trumpet does not take warning, and the sword comes and takes him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and did not take warning, his blood shall be upon himself. And if he had taken warning, he would have saved his life. And the watchman sees the sword coming, and does not blow the trumpet, so that the people are not warned, and the sword comes and takes anyone other. That person is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood are required the watchman's hand. So you, son of man, I have made a watchman over the house of Israel. Wherever you hear a word from a man, you shall give them warning from me. If I say to the wicked, O wicked one, you shall surely die, and you do not speak to all the wicked, to turn from his way, that wicked person shall die in his iniquity, and his blood are required your hand. If you warn the wicked to turn from his way, and he does not turn from his way, that person shall die in his iniquity, and you will have delivered your soul. And you, son of man, say to the house of Israel, and thus to you have you said, surely our transgressions and our sins are upon us, and we rot away because of them. How then can we live? Say to them, as I live, declares the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn back from the evil ways, for why will you die, O house of Israel? And you, son of man, say to your people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him when he transgresses, and as for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall by it when he turns from his wickedness, and the righteous shall not be able to live by his righteousness when he sins. And I say to the righteous that he shall surely live, yet if he trusts in righteousness, and does injustice, none of his righteous deeds shall be remembered, but in his injustice that he has done, he shall die. Again, though I say to the wicked, you shall surely die. Yet if he turns from sin and does what is just and right, and if the wicked restores life, he gives back what he has taken by robbery, and walks in the statutes of life, not doing injustice, he shall surely live, he shall not die. None of the sins that he has committed shall be remembered against him. And he shall what is just and right, he shall surely live. And then your people say, where the Lord is not right, not just, when then it is there in way that he is not just. And the righteous turns from his righteousness and does injustice, he shall die for it. And when the wicked turns from his wickedness and does what is just and right, he shall live by this. Yet ye say, the way of the Lord is not just, O house of Israel. And I will judge each of you according to his ways. In the 12th year of our exile, in the 10th month, on the 5th day of the month, a fugitive from Jerusalem came to me and said, the sea has been struck down. Now the hand of the Lord had been upon me the evening before the fugitive came, and he had opened my mouth by the time the men came to me in the morning. So my mouth was open, and I was no longer mute. The word of the Lord came to me, son of man, the inhabitants of these waste places in the land of Israel keep saying, Abraham was only one man, and yet he got possession of the land. But we are many, and the land is surely given us to possess. And I will say to him, thus said the Lord, you can eat flesh with blood, eat with your blood, and lift your eyes to your idols and shed blood. Shall you then possess the land? You lie on the soil, you commit abomination, and if you defile his neighbor's wife, shall you then possess the land? Say this to them, thus says the Lord God. As I live, surely those who are in the waste places shall fall by the sword, and whoever is in the open field I'll give to the beasts to be devoured, and those who are in strongholds, and in caves shall die by pestilence. And I'll make the land a desolation and a waste, and a proud might shall come to an end, and the mountains of Israel shall be so desolate that none will pass through. I will know that I am the Lord, and I have made the land a desolation and a waste because of all their abominations that they have committed. And as for you, son of man, your people who talk together about you by the wall and at the doors of the houses, say to one another, sure as well, come and hear what the word that it is that comes from the Lord. And they come to you as he will come, and they sit before you as no heathen, and they hear what you say. They will not do it for talking them as they act, and how so making. And behold, you are to them like one who sings lustful songs with their beautiful voice, and plays well on an instrument, for they hear what you say. They will not do it on this kind and they will know that a prophet has been among them. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, prophecy against the shepherds that was in prophecy against Satan. Came to the shepherds, thus says the Lord God, shepherds of Israel who have been feeding yourself. Should not shepherds feed the sheep? You eat the fat. You clothe yourselves with the wool. You slaughter the fat ones. But you do not feed the sheep. The weak you have not strengthened. The sick you have not healed. The injured you have not bound up. The strayed you have not brought back. The lost you have not sought. And with force and harshness you have ruled them. So they were scattered because there was no shepherd. And they became food for all the wild beasts. The sheep were scattered. They wandered over all the mountains and on every high hill. The sheep were scattered over the face of the earth. They did not search or seek for them. Therefore ye shall hear the word of the Lord. As I live, declares the Lord God, and surely because my sheep has become prey, and my sheep have become food for all the wild beasts. Since there is no shepherd, and because my shepherds have not searched for my sheep, but the shepherds have fed themselves, and have not fed my sheep. Therefore ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord God, Lord, I am against the shepherds, and I will quiet my sheep as their herd, and put a stop to their feeding their sheep. And no longer shall the shepherds feed themselves, and I will rescue my sheep from their mouths, that they may not be freed from them. Thus says the Lord God, behold, I myself will search for my sheep, and will seek them out. As a shepherd who seeks out his flock, and he is among the sheep that have been scattered. So I will seek out my sheep, and I will rescue them from all places, and they will be scattered on dirty clouds and thick darkness. And I will bring them out from the hills and gather them from the country, and I will bring them into their own land. And I will feed them on the mountains of Israel by the ravines, and all the inhabitants who are asleep in the country. I will feed them with good pasture, and on the mountain heights of Israel shall be their grazing land. And they shall lie down in good grazing land, and on rich pastures they shall feed the mountains. You shall feed on the mountains of Israel. I myself will be the shepherd of my sheep, and I myself will make them lie down. Declares the Lord, I will seek the lost, and I will bring back the stray, and I will bind up the injured, and I will strengthen the weak, and the fat and strong, and I will destroy. I will feed them injustice. For you, my flock, thus says the Lord. Yeah, I judge between sheep and sheep, between rams and male goats. Is it not enough for you to feed on the good pasture that you must tread down with your feet the rest of your pasture, and to drink of clear water? You must muddy the rest of the water with your feet. And must my sheep eat what you've trodden with your feet, and drink what you've muddied with your feet. Therefore, thus says God to them, behold, I myself will judge between the fat sheep and the lean sheep. Easy push with side and trod, and crush all the weak with your horns, till you have scattered them abroad. I will rescue my flock, they shall no longer be a prey. And I will judge between sheep and sheep, and I will set up over them one shepherd. My servant David, and you shall feed them. You shall feed them and be their shepherd. And I, the Lord, will be their God. And my servant David shall be prince over among them. I am the Lord, I swear. I will make them a covenant of peace, and banish wild beasts from me, so that they may dwell securely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods. And I will make them in all the places around my hill of blessing, and I will send down showers in their seed. They shall be showers of blessing, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and the earth shall yield its increase, and they shall be secure in their land, and they shall know that I am the Lord. when I break the bonds of the earth and deliver them from the hand of those who enslave them. They shall no longer be a prey to the nations, nor shall the beasts kill them and devour them. You shall go securely, and I shall make them afraid. And I will provide for them renowned plantations, so that they shall no more be consumed with hunger in the land, and no longer suffer the reproach of the nations. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God with them, and that the house of Israel, declares the Lord God. All my people, declares the Lord God. You are my sheep, human sheep in my pasture, and I am your God, declares the Lord God. But the Lord came to me, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir and prophesy against, and say to it, thus says the Lord God, behold, I have against you Mount Seir, and I'll stretch out my hand against you, and I will make you a desolation and a waste. And I'll lay your cities waste, and you shall become a desolation, and you shall know that I am the Lord. I am the Lord, because you cherish perpetual enmity and gave the people of Israel to the power of the sword at the time they corrupted, at the time of their final punishment. Therefore, as I live, declares the Lord God, I will prepare you for blood, and blood shall pursue you. And because you did not hate bloodshed, therefore blood shall pursue you. Because you do not hate bloodshed, I will make Mount Seir a waste and a desolation, and I will cut off from it all who come and go. And I will fill its mountains with the slain on your hills and your valleys, and in all your ravines every slain with the sword shall fall. I will make you a perpetual desolation, and she shall not be inhabited, and you will know that I am the Lord. Because you said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will take possession of them. There the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, declares the Lord God, I will deal with you according to the anger and envy that you show because of your hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I judge you, and you shall know that I am the Lord. And you have heard all the revealings that you uttered against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they have given us to devour, and you magnified yourselves against me with your mouth, and multiplied your words against me. I heard it, thus says the Lord God, while the whole earth rejoices, I will make you desolate. As you rejoiced over the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so I will deal with you. You shall be desolate, Mount Seir, and not Edom all of it, and they will know that I am the Lord. And you, son of man, prophesy to the mountains of Israel, and say, the mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord God, because the enemy has set up your heart, and the ancient heights have become our possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus says the Lord God, precisely because you made you desolate and crushed you from all sides, so that you became the possession of the rest of the nations, and you became the talk and evil gossip of the people. Therefore I mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord God. Thus says the Lord God to the mountains and the hills, the ravines and the valleys, the desolate wastes and the deserted cities, which have become a prey and derision to the rest of the mountains on the land. Therefore thus says the Lord God, surely I have spoken my heart jealousy against the rest of the nations, and against all Edom, who gave my land to themselves, as a possession with wholehearted joy, and out of contempt, that they might make his passion lands a prey. Therefore prophecy concerning the land of Israel, and say to the mountains and the hills, to the ravine and the valleys, thus says the Lord God, behold, I have spoken my jealous wrath, because you suffered the reproach of the nations. Therefore thus says the Lord God, I swear that the nations that are all around you shall themselves suffer reproach. But you, O mountains of Israel, shall shoot forth your branches, and yield your fruit to my people Israel. And they will soon come here. Well, behold, I am for you, and I will turn to you, and you shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply people on you, the whole house of Israel. All the sea shall be inhabited, and the waste places rebuilt, and I will multiply on you men and beasts, and they shall multiply and be fruitful. And I will cause you to be inhabited as in your former times, and will do more good to you than ever before. And you will know that I am the Lord. And I will let people walk on you, even my own boys, and they shall possess you, and you shall be their inheritance, and you shall no longer bereave them of children. Thus says the Lord God, because they say to you, you devour people, and you bereave your nation of children. Therefore you shall no longer devour people, and no longer bereave your nation of children, declares the Lord God. And I will not let you hear any more the reproach of the nations, and you shall no longer bear the disgrace of the peoples, and no longer cause your nation to stumble, declares the Lord God. The word of the Lord came to me, and the house of Israel lived in their own land. They defrauded by their ways and their teeth. Their ways before me were like the uncleanness of a woman in a menstrual impurity. So I poured out my wrath upon them from the blood that they had shed in the land, while the idols with which they had defrauded. I scattered them among the nations, and they were dispersed through the country. and according to their ways and their deeds I judged them. When they came to the nations, then wherever they came, they profaned my holy name, and that people said, these are the people of the Lord, and yet they had to go out of his land. I consider my holy name, which the house is out of fame among the nations to which they came. And I therefore say to the house of Israel, thus says the Lord God, it is not for your sake, not for the sake of the house of Israel that I am about to act, but for the sake of my holy name, which you profane among the nations, and the nations to which you came, and I will vindicate the holiness of my great name, which is to be profaned among the nations, and which you are profaned among them. And the nations will know that I am the Lord, declares the Lord. And though you vindicate, when through you I vindicate my holiness before their eyes. And I will take you from the nations, and gather you from all the countries, and bring you into your own land. And I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you shall be clean from all your uncleannesses, and from all your idols I will cleanse you. And I will give you a new heart, and a new spirit I will put within you. And I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh, and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and be careful to obey my rules. You shall dwell in the land that I gave to your father, and you shall be my people, and I will be your God, and I will deliver you from all your uncleannesses, and I will summon the grain and make it abundant, and lay no famine upon you. I will make the fruit of the tree and the increase of the fruit abundant, and you may never again suffer the disgrace of the famine among the nations. And you will remember your evil ways, and your deeds that were not good, and you will loathe yourselves for your iniquities and your abominations. It is not for your sake that I will act, declares the Lord God. Let that be known to you. Be ashamed and confounded for your ways, the house of Israel. Thus says the Lord God, on the day that I cleanse you of all your iniquity, I will cause the sea to be inhabited, and the wastelands shall be rebuilt, and the land that was desolate shall be tilled, and so in the desolation that was in the sight of all who pass by. And they will say, this land that was desolate has become like the Garden of Eden, and the wasteland and desolate and ruined cities are now fortified and inhabited, and the nations that are left all around you shall know that I am the Lord. I have rebuilt the ruined places, I have replanted that which is desolate. I am the Lord, I have spoken, and I will do it. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, this is how I will let the house of Israel ask me to do for them, to increase their people like the flock for sacrifices, like the flock at Jerusalem. During her appointed feast, so shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of people, and they will know that I am the Lord. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the middle of the valley. It was full of birds, and he let Proverbs 16. The plans of heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, for the Lord writes the spirit. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. The Lord has made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for the day of trouble. Everyone who is arrogant and high is an abomination to the Lord. He is sure he will not go unpunished. He will not go unpunished. My steps love and faithfulness. Iniquity is atoned, and by the fear of the Lord one turns away from evil. And a man's way pleases the Lord. He makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. He enters a little with righteousness, and great revenues with injustice. Out of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. An oracle is on the lips of the king. His mouth does not sin in judgment. The just balance and scales are the Lord's, and all the weight in the bank are his work. It is an abomination to the king to do evil, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of a king, and he loves him whose secret orders right. A king's wrath is the messenger of death, and the wise man will appease it. In the light of a king's face there is light, and his favour is like the clouds that bring the spring rain. How much more better to get wisdom than gold, to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. The highway of the upright turns aside from evil. Whoever guards his way preserves his life. Pride goes before destruction, and the Holy Spirit before a fall. It is better to be of the lowly spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud. Whoever gives thought to will discover good, and blessed is he who trusts in the Lord. And the wise behind called discerning. The sweetness of speech increases persuasiveness. Good sense is the fountain of life. To him it has it, but the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of the wise makes speech judicious, and adds persuasiveness to his life. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, and sweetness to the soul and health to the body. There is a way that seems right to a man, but his end is the way to death. A wicked appetite works for him, his mouth urges him on, and worth man plots evil. And speech is like a scorching fire, a dishonest man spreads strife, and whisper separates close friends. A man of violence entices his neighbor, and leads them in a way that is not good. Whoever wounds his desire plans dishonest. He who pursues his lips brings evil to pass. Raise your hair is the crown of glory, is the great and righteous life. Whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty, but he who rules the spirit and he who takes the knee. And those come into the light, because every decision is from the Lord. Psalm 51. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love, according to your abundant mercy, blot out my transgressions, wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions and my sins ever before me. Against you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. So you may be justified in your word and blameless in your judgment. Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, you delight in truth and inwardly, and you teach me wisdom in the secret heart. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness, not the bones that you have broken rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create me a clean heart, O God, and renew my spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with a willing spirit. And I'll teach transgressors your ways, and sinners will return to you. Deliver me from the blood guiltness, O God, my salvation, and my tongue will sing aloud of your righteousness. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth will declare your praise. For you would not delight in sacrifice, or I would give, and you would not be pleased with the burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. And you go to Zion in your good pleasure, build up the walls of Jerusalem, and you will delight in right sacrifices, in burnt offerings and whole burnt offerings. Then bulls will be offered on your altar. Now at the start I should add to the Lord's Prayer. Raise my hands to Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. He's not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.